Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, I'm your Dungeon Master, All Dragon, and the players are...
Hi, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon Miacc, who's a human fighter from an asteroid close to Brow.
Hi, I'm Cozy Cat Gamer MC. I play Darrakar Zakhan. He is a Minotaur fighter from Brawl.
Hi, I'm Diamond Worm, and I play Lankas Skipzaggle, an Illusionist Thief Tinker Gnome from Kryn.
Hey, I'm James. I play Ockar, Human Paladin from Brawl.
Hello everyone, I'm Salem Moda. I play Finnel'ar Mohani, a druid from Grayspace.
Hey there, I'm Zakhan. I play Lafdul Moonglade, an elven specialty priest, and occasionally a thief. That makes him a multi-class from Realm Space, and his gimmick is coming up with untitles. So its current title may or may not be something to do with Ockar, but it was the anxiety-afflicting auxiliary archer.
So we left off, well, before we get into the game, for those who want to give the player or Dungeon Master of their choice a bit of a boon in the game, 500 bits will get them a reroll. Currently, Braxon has 1, Finn has 2, Ockar has 1, Lafdul has 2, Darrakar has 2, Solas, who's not here today, has 2, Lankas has 5, and I, the Dungeon Master, only have 14. So we left off last time, the party had faced some giants, a giantish ambush, handily took care of the threat, and then made their way to camp. So I'm going to go ahead and... This map, I'm just going to be using this map for the purposes of something to look at. But we'll just say that the camp is up here.
Well, at least it's somewhat defendable.
So...
Oh, you've NPC'd me.
Yes, I dragged you guys up to the upper right corner. So after the fight, the dwarves lead you on for a number more hours. The sun is just setting as you get to the location that they indicate you'll be camping at. There's a shallow depression in the side of the mountain that is very well shadowed, but the dwarves do say that they will not be lighting any fires to give their position away. However, given the number of individuals here, it will be kind of hard to completely hide your existence, your camping, even without that. But there is a shallow depression that they put the ponies and a number of the dwarves will be. It's very well shadowed, even when the sun is high up in the sky and stuff like that.
Would someone like Finn be able to give us a bonus for finding a place where we're less visible?
Maybe.
I mean, you can use spells to create camouflage and stuff. But Loire wants to mention that he has a spell that allows you to have heat and warmth from a fire without giving your position away.
Captain Baller will ask, does it create any smoke?
Nope. It gets rid of the smoke.
Actually, spell prepared
quite convenient. Yeah, he's quite proud of it, so he goes about preparing the spell. So
that is
about 5 hours.
That is pretty handy. That'll at least allow us to have more than just hardtack and dried meat for dinner.
I know that spells well, if it's what I think it is.
It's not, because it's one that he researched.
Oh, Darkfire. Yeah, no, it's...
Oh, Darkfire.
I will tell him if you obviously set things on...
Firelight.
If you set things on fire, they will burn normally. But we've never... Would he know if cooking things... It produces heat, so I assume you can cook things next to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it should work.
I mean, you like...
Be careful.
You can put things over it to cook, yes.
Yeah, it's designed to be a stealthy campfire spell.
So
yes, you can use it to cook.
Hunting trip.
Gotta be careful not to burn it.
Okay, so Does it still produce light?
No.
Not in the normal infravision. It does an infravision because it's heat, but not a normal vision.
Okay.
The infravision's generally quite localized.
So it's better than my firelight spell, which also makes a smokeless fire, but the flame is brighter.
Yeah.
Do you want a hand, Finn, or are you better off on your own?
I think I'll take care of this one on my own.
Okay.
Actually, no. Having a slightly stronger person along would be useful.
Okay.
Say Loire has animal for big cats, but I don't know what you're trying to hunt.
Probably something that we would plan to eat.
Yeah, not cats.
I'm figuring that Finn finds something and Braxon carries it, and then we find another thing.
So Finn, you want to go hunting?
Yes.
Okay. And who did you want to go with you, Braxon or someone else?
Braxon can tag along as long as he doesn't actively try to help this time.
All right. Okay.
Braxon will leave backpack here.
So does anyone else have anything that they want to do for preparations of the camping?
Not this night, because it'll be the next night that I'll start the routine with that. Because I only thought of it past day.
So they're only expecting to camp this night here.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't realize how many days we're traveling for.
Well, so okay. So basically, this camp is the camp that after everything is set up, they're gonna Balor will lead you to the point where you can see the tower from, and then the idea is that once you are satisfied, and if you want to take another day here to observe, that's up to you. But that does cut down on the days that you can do anything with the tower. So that's up to you if you want to spend longer here. But you can observe the tower from this camp location, not from this particular spot. Balor's going to lead you to a spot where you can observe from once the camp is ready. But the idea is that you'd get your observations in and then decide how you want to approach the tower and start dealing with it.
Fair enough.
Do you want to look for a river while we're doing that, Finn, or should we get someone else to do that?
Solas has water.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, so water is basically a non-issue. Well, actually, we're like 24?
Yeah.
I don't actually know how much water that thing can produce. I know it's a lot.
That's good because it's clean water as well.
The dwarves have enough water with them on the ponies to handle like normal stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I was just thinking we could get topped up, but yeah, if we got the fish, we got the fish.
Yeah, and that can supplement it. Create water can supplement it. Stuff like that.
I am curious. More than a week has passed, right? So I have access to the Incendiary Cloud and Smoke Screen again?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that reminds me. Something that was forgotten about. How do you? Obviously, it doesn't have to be done now, but I do have to keep remembering to bring it up. Because I needed to do a couple of rolls to see if I would learn anything from the research, if I could replicate it or have a better odds of detecting
the fungal.
Yeah, the fungal
yeah.
stuff,
I mean, it's not going to come up here, so I will make a note.
later.
I will make a note to talk to you about that after the game.
Yeah, that was the one other thing that I forgot about. I mentioned the other things, but not that.
I wanna specifically focus on anything that you guys would want to do to the camp, like when setting up the camp, any kind of protections, anything that you want to do for keeping. I mean, like there are going to be dwarves on watch, but you might want to have people on watch too. It's up to you. anything that you want to do in regards to setting up the camp itself. I mean, the dwarves are setting up the camp as they know it, but that may not be to your taste.
I think. Well, I don't really have much. I mean, Loire has snares, but it takes like up to 8 hours to set a man-sized snare. Well, it's a 1d8, I think.
And
I
Baller will tell you that the likelihood that we be attacked from the ground is very low. We're dealing with flying
Right.
creatures, remember.
Yeah.
I could maybe put a glyph of warning tomorrow on one of the trees in case something lands on. In case one of these things lands on a tree to spy on us.
There aren't any big trees around.
Fair enough.
That and picking the exact tree that they're gonna pick, you got pretty good odds there, don't you?
Yeah. I was just
If
thinking.
you make the one tree, you just make a tree. That's the only tree.
I mean, it's a thought, but there just aren't enough trees. They're like the trees are not big enough to hide a human-sized creature, really. Anyway, it's not a bad thought. It's not a bad thought on its own. Just not really one that applies here. Also, Solas said that he would be doing some healing spells. I figure that the rest of you are going to be doing some healing spells, so just go ahead and set yourselves to max hit points. It's fine.
I don't suppose. I know it won't last long enough. I thought about maybe casting line protection, but that's only a round per level.
Need another person.
Oh, I'm not sure if anybody else in our party has access to the protection sphere.
I do, but because we don't worship the same god, it doesn't work.
Right.
You might be able to.
Some things would work if you're working to the same goals. Some spells like that would work.
It does. The spell itself doesn't. I don't think the spell itself it mentions needing both priests to follow the same god.
Yeah, I mean, like, so if two priests of different faiths are adventuring together or going on a military campaign, their deities are aligned or just the characters are aligned, some of the spells, like Line of Protection, yeah, that'll work. But yeah, it's around level, so.
Yeah, but that could be something to keep in mind for another adventure that me and Finn could cast Line of Protection together.
Yeah.
Well, everyone in the party can cast
Yep.
it. Everyone's got access to protection. Actually, Finn, you got access to protection?
These guys use poisons, right?
Don't, but I thought that was under another school because I remember looking at it.
What, Line of Protection? It's under the protection sphere.
Yeah, it's protection only.
Maybe I can't use it then. I thought it was under wards, but oh well.
No, neither here nor there. Like, if you guys discuss the cooperative spells, the spells that require more than two priests that you all have access to check to see who has access or who needs access and stuff like that, you can always like send me a full list and say which of these can we use and which of these can we not use, kind of thing. So.
Yeah. Because I'm not sure if I'm the only person in the party that has access to the protection sphere or not.
Nearly every priest does, other than specialty priests or druids.
Well, it's neither here nor there. Yeah, so protection, actually, Solas would have protection, because he's a cleric.
And I have access to it, and so does Loire.
But, again, neither here nor there at this point. I'm more thinking about things that you could use to...
Yeah, I don't have any blessed watch.
Tomorrow, I could cast Thief's Lament in like an area around the camp.
Well, Baller is expecting that you'll be breaking that they'll be breaking camp tomorrow.
I could have it prepared. Something I could cast wherever we're gonna set up our watch. It's basically in a I'd be able to create an area where thief skills would be
Okay.
reduced in
I'm
effectiveness.
more concerned with what you might want to do this evening, setting up camp.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I got nothing then.
No, the only thing I had was well, Loire had it was what do you call it? Darkfire. I had Clutter Path up, so whoever was trailing us will have a harder time trailing us. And to
Yeah.
reduce it by like 50%, so
No,
for
that's
a
fine.
large group.
That's fine.
Good down.
I mean, like, the camp is somewhat hidden, but there are just more people here than normal. The normal, like, Baller will tell you that the normal Dwarven patrol that would come up here, and they'd only be doing it every few months, would be, like, no more than 6, sometimes as few as 4. And they're pretty sure that the final are aware of this spot. But again, like, it's small. Like, it's not enough to take an actual, like, army here to camp here, kind of thing.
How far away was the giant corpses from us?
It's half a day. They're far enough away.
Didn't exactly cover our trails with that, so yeah. Oh, well.
No, but it's like it was down at the bottom of the valley. You traveled, 6 hours up and up the mountain slope afterwards, at least.
Mm.
Okay, so the dwarves get the camp set up. Finn and Braxon, you go out for a quick hunting trip. How long are you willing to spend doing some hunting?
Finn's in charge.
Probably just a couple hours.
Okay. Give me a hunting proficiency check. There is going to be a penalty to this because there isn't as much game around here. Okay. Unfortunately, because of a penalty, because of the lack of things around, you do not bring down anything significant.
Well, I made my attempt at getting us fresh meat.
Yeah.
There's something Loire is gonna do.
There's a few, like, mountain goats in the area. Like, you see their droppings and stuff like that, but you didn't see any specifically. And you definitely saw signs of, like, mountain cats and things like that. But again, you didn't spot any individuals. And the signs that you saw for them were, like, a couple days old.
That is what Loire was gonna do. Was just before bedding down was to scout around our camp, looking for signs of big cats.
Okay. Then he would also see those signs. Nothing in the immediate area. No fresh signs. And given the size of your party, they're gonna such things would stay away from you for sure. Okay. Anyone else have anything that they want to do while setting up camp?
Oh, Darkfire lasts 6 hours.
Okay.
I forgot to prepare one of the better illusions for this kind of thing.
Well, keep a lookout for trouble.
Okay. So once the camp is all set up, this is while Finn and Braxon are still out. By the way, you guys can set your hit points up. Darrakar and Ockar, you guys are still injured. You can set your hit points back to full.
Are we marking off our healing spells then, I guess?
Yeah, just say that you've cast all your healing spells, so you'll need to get them back the next day.
Okay.
I'm just not concerned with like tracking it right now. All right, so Captain Baller would go to you, Ockar, and say, now that the camp is set up, I can show you the lookout, or if you'd rather wait until your leader's back. Ockar?
I want to see the lookout.
Okay. Do
Sorry,
you
I didn't
have?
realize that. I forgot I was muted.
That's okay. Did you set your? You didn't set your hit points back to full, by the way.
Oh, I will fix that right now.
Do you have your spyglass with you?
I do.
Okay.
So I got healed up from 9 hit points all the way to 55.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm not too concerned with the specifics at the moment.
Were you and Braxon? Well, actually, it's the question to Braxon then. I know he's not here, but it's retro. Happened already. You were saying about covering up your spyglass for the lens flare and all that. Was that something you were discussing with Ockar? So he would know
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I didn't know this was even a thing.
Basically,
Yeah, it was
Uh,
discussed
depending
last
on
week.
the angle.
basically, Braxton knows that you could signal by using mirrors to reflect the sunlight. So, he was thinking of getting something, but Ald said I didn't do it in time, so we'd have to improvise something. But basically, just hang a bit of netting or something in front of the spyglass, so that if you got the sun shining at you, it doesn't reflect back at the camp you're looking at.
All right. So, Baller guides you up to the lookout platform. 3 people could comfortably be in this spot. Again, it's got some overhang, so it's kind of shadowed. By the time you get there, the sun is already completely down. You just get twilight. So at this point, you're not in too much danger of getting reflection, because it's just starlight, a little bit of moonlight, that kind of thing. And you can see the tower in the distance. It's quite a ways away. Baller will tell you that given the rough terrain, it would take about 2 days overland to get there. Now, it will be up to you whether you want to take all of the dwarves with you or whether you want to have some of them wait here or something like that, if you go overland. Otherwise, the other option of approaching the tower is underground. And from this distance, Ockar, you can see a faint red glow coming from the top of this tower. Baller will tell you that they've noticed that themselves, that they think it has something to do with the protections. And you're going to like hunker down and observe it through the spyglass?
Yeah. Does my detect evil intent have a range limit?
Yes, it does. It's it's not a fixed range, but it is normal, like observation range.
So I can't observe that
No.
red glow and get a sense if it's like
No.
evil, like the Eye of Sauron or something.
No. No.
You could ask for Tyr for a bit of help, you get lucky with that die roll.
I mean, I feel like if it's the Eye of Sauron, I think you don't need Detect Evil to determine.
I feel like Paladin would just look at it and be like, "Oh God."
I mean, look, a flaming eye on top of a tower could be good. You don't know.
That's a very specific kind of good that I don't think barely qualifies.
I mean, it could be the Eye of Ra. All right, so so you're gonna observe it through the spyglass.
Yeah, see just like how much of it I can see, and see if there's like anything else on the top of the tower, if possible, like things moving around there, or there's like a mechanism for it.
Okay. It'll definitely be a lot easier to observe during the day, but you can see some things. What you can tell is that there is activity around the tower, and you can tell that there is a swirling mass of wind surrounding it as well. Like there are bits being blown up. You can see the movement of the air, kind of thing. It's not just invisible. So even at this distance, at night, like this wind whipping around the tower is pretty apparent. Give me an intelligence check, please.
Oh boy, I'm bad at that.
I don't know.
Smart
What's your
paladin.
intelligence?
11.
That's better than average.
Oh boy.
Okay. So it's a little bit hard to tell exactly how tall the tower is, but given some estimations, you can see some windows and openings and things like that. You can also see some exposed parapets. They don't have crenellations, but you can make that out. So rough estimation, you think there's between 7 and 10 floors. So you can make a rough estimate as to the height of the tower based on that.
So like 7 to 10 stories.
Yeah.
And it probably stretches further below, since, as I understand, these guys are kind of, they fly, they're still somewhat Underdark dwellers.
Yeah. So I mean, like, the dwarves don't know how many levels there are below, but yeah, they'll tell you that there have to be levels below.
Okay. And with that wind, do I notice anything like it stopping like normal things from flying around?
You're not able to see that from this distance.
Okay.
You don't see anything obvious flying into it, but it's also pretty obvious, so a bird wouldn't just fly in and get injured by it or whatever.
Oh, do I see anything like a banner or something and seeing like how hard it's being buffeted?
No, but you're pretty sure that like it's like a tube of wind, because you're not seeing anything on the like on the walls of the tower being moved by this or anything like that. So it's hard to say how thick it is, but it is like a tube of wind. So there is no wind in the center.
Okay, so it's like a tube of wind surrounding the tower.
Yeah.
Okay. So something similar to like a wind column spell, but very
Hollow,
isolated.
but hollow.
Yeah.
So what else you can make out is that there are definitely exposed parapets and what appear to be either ramps or staircases on the external side. They do have walls on them, so they're not just like completely exposed. Like someone wouldn't just walk right off of it. And that would offer protection if there weren't this wind, for anyone on those sections to have, from weapon fire and things like that. However, this is not exactly the most secure way of building a tower, so you're pretty sure they really do rely on this wind. You can also see that it's not just a single shaft. There are small bits of tower sticking out, and it does get narrower as it goes up, but it's more in periodic steps as opposed to like a slope.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that you could conclude from that is that there's going to be some dead air between the wind and the wall. So it's not going to be right up against the wall, because otherwise these projections would be causing problems with that.
Yeah. And they need like some room to kind of like move around.
Yeah. More detail than that, you will definitely need daylight to be able to make it out. However, there is something sticking out, like straight out, parallel to the ground, behind the tower, and you can't make out what that is. It's dark. Whatever it is also dark, but there is something there, and it is, again, within this column of wind. But there's something behind the tower, like on the other side of the tower. But you can't really tell what it is. So at that point, Baller will suggest going back to camp to see if Braxon and Finn have returned from the hunting trip.
I think good idea.
Okay.
I do kind of ask our wizards if they have something like I think it's clairvoyance, to see if they would be able to like use that to visually see what is beyond the tower.
The one person who has it isn't here.
Let me check to see if
Darn it.
he has those spells listed. As memorized, I should say.
Yeah, memorized him most definitely wouldn't. If anything, he would have. Leoman's tiny hand, but
I'm not seeing that memorized. So no, Solas does not have that memorized.
And Lankas doesn't have clairvoyance either.
I think that's a priest spell, isn't it?
No, it's a wizard.
No, it's a
it's
wizard spell.
wizard, but it's
Yeah,
divination.
clairvoyance,
it's
clairaudience.
divination, which I can't learn.
Illusionists can't use divination, let alone image makers.
Okay. So no, he doesn't have that that available.
So
So
we might just have to scout that manually.
well, okay. So Finn and Braxon, you've returned from your unsuccessful hunting trip. Ockar will fill you in on that, and Baller will recommend that at least one person be up there watching throughout the night.
Oh, watching the tower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because, like, who knows what you might learn.
Yeah. Have we got the thing that means you don't need so much sleep?
Of course, I always bring
Okay.
the blanket and pillow as the group items.
Yes,
All
but
right,
also
well,
you've got enough people that everyone could take like 2 hours, and that's not going to really strongly impact sleep.
Okay.
Okay. I was also thinking that spellcasters need to get 8 hours, don't they?
Right, but again, like you got enough
Whereas-
people that you can have them up there monitoring without too big of an impact on that.
If people
I've
want
got a
to-
crazy idea.
Oh, hold on. What were you saying, Braxon?
Well, I was just going to say, Braxon doesn't need to recover spells, so it's easy for him to do half a night.
And that's
And
fine if
to-
you want to do that too.
Yeah. I know Ockar has to recover spells now.
Well, I haven't used any spells today, but I do want to prepare some new spells tomorrow.
Yeah.
Did you have any hold on, did you have any healing spells?
I did have Cure Moderate Wounds prepared today.
Okay, because I'm going to assume that everyone's healing spells were cast.
Okay, then yeah, I used my Cure Moderate Wounds today.
Do we have anyone else that doesn't do spells? Darrakar
Minotaur.
do spells.
Ingritha doesn't do spells because he's only 6th level.
Yeah. Could do.
Let's do a three-way
I
split.
don't want to speak for anyone else, but well, a 3-way split means not everyone can use the blanket.
I mean,
Does it
either way,
allow
I'm
you
not too concerned at the
Okay.
moment.
Fair enough.
I mean, you've got enough
No,
people to
it's
figure
okay.
something out, so that's fine.
Okay.
So,
The
Lafdul,
blanket
you
just
said you
heals,
had.
doesn't it?
I'm sorry, what was that?
The blanket just heals.
Blanket's temperature, the pillow reduces sleep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sorry, pillow.
And
was-
we also have these armbands that allow you to wear armor while you sleep.
Yeah. I only
Ah.
cast like 2 spells, so I'm good.
Okay.
Like again, no one's gonna no spellcaster would be on watch long enough to dramatically impact their ability to get a good night's rest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If
That's fair enough.
you split up things. So if someone wants to be on watch, I'm fine with it. If some of the spellcasters don't want to be on watch, fine with that too, because Braxon can take more.
I'll be
so
on watch.
Lafdul, you said you had a crazy idea.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Finn, I might need your advice on this, considering you're the only one that's even attempted anything remotely like this. Remember that fire elemental you summoned, yeah? Or this stone that can summon an earth elemental? I could maybe ask it to scout. I have no idea how fast this thing can travel, but I assume it moves through the ground, so it moves very fast. I just don't know how long it lasts. I was thinking
We
about
also don't know
asking.
how quiet it's going to be.
True, but he's gonna suspect an earth elemental, other than being an earth elemental.
You would
Most of
probably
those
need to
things are
do this.
summoned.
You would need to do this a lot closer to the tower.
One, I don't even know how long these spells last, because it's an item as well. I do have protection from evil in 10-foot radius, but
Lacking other information, assume it works the same way as a spell.
that's a 7th level spell. Well, it's conjure earth elemental. That's a spell, but
Yes. So assume that
higher
that
level.
any again. Lacking other information, assume items match spells until shown otherwise. Like that's going to be your safe bet. It may be wrong, but it's like the educated guess way of handling these things.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, other than that, I don't really have any like potions of remote seeing or anything. I don't know if any party members do. Or like, there's like, I think there's a potion that had like really good sight. I think one of us have it. I don't know who has it. I'm
We
gonna guess
do
Solas
have that
now.
scrying orb.
You need to know someone there.
Can it not scry a location you can see from a distance?
No, I believe it. You do have to view a person.
Okay.
But if you see someone through a scrying through a spyglass, is that good enough?
Didn't really see anybody in the spyglass, but well, you might. But I'm not sure if it works that way.
Well, it'd have to be Solas that would be doing it, or Lankas. So
But
the
Lankas
wizards.
can't cast divination, and is it scrying divination?
I can use I can use objects.
Ah,
In theory, if you borrowed your spyglass, saw someone, then use the scrying orb on that person that he sees. Theory. That's also pretty remote.
I think divination is an Imagemaker restriction, meaning items are used.
Illusionist as well. Well, actually, no, it's necromancy, isn't it?
Yeah. So things that are blocked because of his Imagemaker kit are allowed. If it's blocked by just being an illusionist, then they're blocked. And the crystal ball is wizard only, so you might want to double check that. But yes, the crystal ball requires you to view a person. Now, you don't necessarily need to know the person. You have to know of their existence somehow. So either you know them or you've seen them. You can picture them in your mind because you've met them, but you may not know their name. So yes, something like spying through a spyglass might work if you can see a person.
Well, pretty much the only one that can do it because, well, Solas isn't here and he needs time to get a lot of spells back. It's your call if you want to try.
Yeah, I mean I could try and see if I can see someone through spyglass.
I mean, if you split your sleep shift, then you'll just have a normal equivalent of a night's rest if you're taking the pillow.
Well, so
yeah.
the question is like who wants to do the viewing? Like Baller recommends having someone watch at all times because you might see something. Someone might see something.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so groups
Yeah.
of two.
Yeah, so I guess I'll take a watch and see if I can spot someone so we can scry maybe in the morning.
Okay. And Baller will also recommend watching in the morning before camp is completely broken. as well.
Yeah, I'm just saying I'll take a watch so that way
Yeah.
I can try and spot someone potentially.
How many-
Greta will take a watch as well.
How much magic do you need to rememorize, Lankas?
Like a first level spell and a fourth level spell, so not much.
Okay. So, do you want to watch at night or do you want to watch in the morning?
I'll watch in the morning, probably when there's a bit of light. Might be easier to see a silhouette.
Okay. Who else is going to take watches?
I'll take a watch.
Braxon's going to take a watch.
And Greta will take a watch.
I mean, Loire only needs 20 minutes if you need people, but Laughter wasn't.
I mean, we already have 4 people, so
Yeah.
I think it's probably.
I think Loire might be distracted looking for cats.
I mean, if you tell him to go on a watch, you can. Also, Lem can take a watch.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
Also, I just double checked. Yeah, illusionist is, or sorry, divination is an illusionist restriction, not an, or sorry, is a Imagemaker restriction, not an illusionist
Okay.
restriction.
So yes, you can use crystal walls. All right. So with 4 people on watch, that would be like 2 hours each, and then Lankas, you'd be in the morning. That would be covered unless someone specifically wants to be on watch as well.
Mm-hmm.
And anyone can take like a 5-10 minute look. I'm not concerned about that. This is more of just like you're there, you're watching through the spyglass for a couple hours.
Mm.
You know, and Baller will have a dwarf with you up there just for protection or to go run down to the camp to get you something, like if you want some water, that kind of thing.
How much magnification does the spyglass give us on the tower? Because Braxon wants to see if he can infer whether there's winds whipping around the tower itself.
Okay, so you dropped out a bit when I was giving the description to Ockar, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So Ockar was able to see that.
Oh.
He was able to see the winds.
He was able to see winds. Right. Okay.
And they're not right up against the tower.
Right.
So
I think there's... Maybe I'm...
Hold on. So it's basically for Braxon's sake and for anyone else who may have just like missed it. I mean, sometimes repetition is good. Ockar was able to see, and anyone who goes on watch will be able to see that basically there's like a hollow column, a cylinder of wind surrounding the tower, but it's not right up against the walls. There is some space there, because the tower is not just completely smooth all the way up. There are some little projections and things like that, and those would interfere with the wind. So it cannot be right up against the
Got you.
The walls.
So basically, if we're able to get close enough to the tower, we might be able to climb up to those balconies.
Yes.
Right.
It's hard to say exactly what the space is in between, obviously, but you're probably looking at a minimum of 10 feet.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And so that would allow you to scale the sides of the tower without risk, without even necessarily needing to anchor the rope. I mean, you can still anchor it in some ways, but it's not like just the second you're up on the edge of the tower, you're being blown away kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, Brax is also wondering, with the ropes we brought, whether we could maybe anchor a rope to the floor so that we can crawl along the floor through the wind to get close enough to the tower to get through the effect.
And you might be able to do that as well.
Yeah.
It's a little harder to see the bottom, the ground. That you might need to wait for some light to try to make some estimates on.
Okay.
Yeah, if you're feeling brave, you can borrow my boots of levitation and just go like a few 100 feet up into the air.
Well, no, Brax has brought his magic rope as well. So I was thinking if he could use his magic rope to get to one balcony, he can then drop down a mundane rope, and we could tie mundane ropes between each balcony and the floor, or the balcony above it, and possibly get several people onto the balconies and try and find a place where we can get through the wall. So I don't know if the walls of the tower will get thinner as we get near the top, but there might be one of those doors where we can get through and it's not defended so much.
So, one thing that you'll be able to figure out, through the night and into the morning, is the general shape of the tower. So this will be what you're able to see, and you guys would discuss it. So Ockar estimated that it's somewhere between like 7 and 10 floors of the tower.
Right.
It kind of depends on how high each floor is and stuff like that. But you can see some small tower outcroppings upwards, like as it goes up the tower, with their own little roofs and things like that. And there are definitely exposed stairs or ramps on the exterior with some sort of walls, so that it's not just like walk right off the edge. But they're also low enough that like a flying creature could just get up on the wall and throw themselves off and fly, kind of thing,
Right. So they're more like launch pads.
Well, there
Flying
are. Think of it kind of like a tower parapet or a castle parapet, but without crenellations. It's just smooth.
Yeah.
But very easy for a creature with wings to just, launch themselves off.
Because they fly.
Yeah.
Because they fly, they don't need a door at the bottom. They can have a door anywhere.
Well,
just have a place to land and then walk in.
There might still be a door at the bottom.
Yeah.
Because who knows?
Yeah, but they'd be less likely to expect us to come in a place where we can't come in.
Yeah.
So we might have the element of surprise.
But like Ockar would observe that the design of the tower, like they're definitely relying on this wind for a lot of protection.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's a number of exposed galleries and passageways on the outside of the tower that you wouldn't put in a normal defensive tower. But given the fact that these are flying creatures that would want easy access to the exterior and stuff like that, that's one of the reasons for it. Okay, so real fast. Who wants to be on first watch? Braxon, Darrakar, Ingritha, or Lem? Did you say something?
Take it.
Okay. All right, so Darrakar, Ingritha, or Lem, second watch.
Ingritha.
Okay, Darrakar and Lem, third watch. You guys can say Lem if you want her to be there.
Party might start getting suspicious if the two gnomes are on shift next to each other.
Darrakar, do you have a preference? Darrakar, you're muted.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted there. Third.
Okay. And then Lem will take fourth. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, so, Braxon. you head up to the kind of platform outcropping, and take your first watch with one of the dwarves there to assist you. The dwarf did bring a dark gray kind of tarp blanket, so that you can lay under. That'll give you some heat in the chill night air, and also some extra like camouflage.
Mhm.
So you see the same thing kind of projecting out parallel to the ground from behind the tower. Give me an intelligence check.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, that reminds you of a ship.
Oh,
Give me a ship carpentry check, please.
okay.
Okay, that looks like the rear portion of something like a mosquito, dragonfly, damselfly, or wasp.
Right. Okay. I'm sorry, what was that I saw? Is it
So,
part of a building?
no, so you see the tower, and behind it there was something sticking out.
Right.
Ockar saw it
Okay.
as well, but he didn't recognize it. You, however, you study it as you're watching, and it looks like the stern portion, basically like the tail portion of one of those four ships. It's
So
hard to
that
it's hard to say
it,
exactly which one.
so it's possible that there's a Spelljammer ship parked behind the tower,
Yes.
or that they've used the scrap Spelljamming ship as part of a building.
Yes.
Um, and the only way we can really tell is to go left or right.
Well, if
Because
you
if
could
we,
see the other side, that would
yeah,
reveal it.
yeah,
Or
yeah,
high enough. You over it. But you have to be
yeah. But
really
like
high up.
if we approach it in a straight line, we'll just have the same view. Whereas if we can go
Yeah.
left or right a bit, we might be able to see around the tower. But we're gonna have to get closer anyway. Okay. I'll
So you can
pass on that information.
Okay, you can also see that that red glow at the top. It's steady. It's not like flickering like flame. It's like
Uh-huh.
the same intensity constantly. It's
Yeah.
pale. It's there. Like you're not sure that you'd be able to see it during the day, but at
Yeah.
night it's definitely there. But you don't think it's a fire. You don't think there's like some kind of bonfire or signal fire
Yeah.
lit up there.
Does it look at all like any sort of running lights off of a ship that Braxon might have seen, or I don't know if he's ever seen a beacon arcane or anything like that.
No, no. And given its position, like it would only be visible directly above, which is possible. Like that is, uh, like it could function that way. Um, but like the dwarves didn't mention anything about spelljamming vessels.
Yeah, but that could also just be the magic of something.
Well, they have the
Are they even that familiar with spelljamming vessels?
no.
Probably not. No.
There was a cover-up story that they were trying to distract the dwarves, so maybe they weren't paying as much attention to this location.
That's true. The dwarves did not send out as many
Yeah.
any.
So they might not have. They may not be aware of a spelljammer ship.
Yeah. Like the dwarves hadn't been able to send out a patrol out this way because of the problems in the town that basically they weren't getting paid anymore, so
Yeah.
work wasn't getting done. When that included patrols and stuff like that.
And it
Yeah.
seems like those orc, or at least the people who were paying in orcish minted coins,
they might have come in on that ship.
Yeah. Or at least someone that's in the know.
Yeah, we'll have this discussion in the morning.
Yeah.
After we find out if anyone gets attacked on their watch.
Sorry, it'll disappear like it did last time. You know,
What would disappear?
ship, it'll just go off in the morning because plot.
So, Braxon, near the end of your watch, in fact, just as Ingritha is getting up to the platform to take your place.
Yeah.
Actually, first of all, did both you and Ockar bring spyglasses?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. Ockar, would you have given Ingritha permission to take yours up there?
Yes.
Okay. So you're watching. The dwarf went down to get Ingritha to replace you, and just as she's getting there, you notice these winds that have been swirling around the tower. They stop, and it's very abrupt.
Right.
So it's very
Okay.
obviously magical.
Yeah.
And
Oh, so it's a spell they're doing.
she gets down, like, you like let out a sound about this, because then the ship behind it starts to move away from the tower. You motion to Ingritha to get down and watch as well. So she pulls out Ockar's spyglass and gets down beside you and takes a look as well. So you both see this. And the ship, Braxon, give me a carpentry check again.
Okay.
See if you can recognize exactly what it is. No. Okay. You can rule out a mosquito. It's too big for a mosquito. But whether it's a damselfly, dragonfly, or wasp, you're not sure.
Been on a wasp. Would that not give him a slight advantage?
Good point.
Yeah,
Good point.
we were on a wasp.
It's
for a while.
either a dragonfly or a damselfly.
Oh, those are very close.
Yes. And it is darkly painted. It
Like
moves
the other
away and
ships.
up into the air and away from the tower. After it's moved away from the tower a good amount, the winds pick up again.
Right.
And
So they have a way to shut down the wind.
Yeah. And you can see the you watch the ship as long as you can, and it's going up into the air. It's not coming towards you or anything like that. So it's not going on a patrol route. It's leaving the atmosphere, given the direction it's going.
Damn.
So you decide to stay on another 10 minutes watching,
Yeah.
but you don't notice anything else of significance. During your 2 hours, you definitely could see movement, quite a bit of movement on the tower itself.
Yeah.
So they're clearly using this as a Spelljammer port.
Not necessarily as a port,
No,
but
not necessarily.
I mean, a port for themselves at the minimum,
Yeah.
Temporary.
if not a public or semi-public port.
It's like a depot for their ship.
I mean, what they were trying to do was, it was only a temporary solution. It wasn't meant to be a permanent one, we can guess, based on attacks on the dwarves. And because that's now stopped, they might have become wise to it, because it has been a few weeks.
Well,
Well,
what? So, hold on.
No,
One thing that Braxon can confirm to you in the morning is that the tower is not designed as a port. It is obvious that they've like taken, like something that already existed and are allowing it to do this other thing, but it wasn't designed to be this way. So they didn't build it with this expectation.
just like you could
Because you wouldn't build it this way if it was going to be a Spelljammer port.
Yeah, just like you could land a dragonfly or a damselfly next to a barn. But
They're both land ships, aren't they?
Well, so Braxon, one thing that you can say for sure is that the ship was not it was too high up for it to be landed.
Uh-huh.
So you would guess that someone was on the helm that whole time.
Right. Even when the winds were there, so it was
Yes.
inside the winds.
Yes.
And then they
Yeah, I
would
understand.
either they were putting the winds around it, or it was in an area that doesn't get wind.
Yeah. So there's probably more than just 10 feet between the edge of the tower and the winds.
Yeah.
Well, there's at least one thing that's clear. The people in this tower have an association with people with access to Spelljammer.
Sorry, you broke up there a bit.
The people of this tower had access to somebody or has themselves to ability to do Spelljammer stuff, which is a lot, which is higher tier than even like the dwarves were working with, since they didn't really seem to understand much about Spelljammer travel, or at least didn't actively do it themselves.
Yeah, the dwarves are aware of it. Like they're aware of, the existence of ports beyond their planet, that there are other worlds out there, that there are dwarves out there. But they don't have any ports themselves. They haven't made that that leap. But they're well aware of it.
Well,
But
it's certainly possible, based on what we just saw, that these people have made that leap.
Yeah.
Which
So,
means that they're fairly powerful.
Or either they've made that leap, or some spacefarers have cut a deal with them.
Right.
To do
Yeah,
something.
like,
Like
they might
they
just be-
weren't attacking the dwarves before. Now they're attacking the dwarves, and we found money from space in the possession of the people that were involved in the attack. So they might have been told to get rid of the dwarves for some reason.
or distract them.
Well, what they've done so far has just been distraction. Like it has not been enough to
Yeah.
destroy this kingdom or anything like that. Now that might be a long-term goal. Who knows? I mean, harassing is definitely a starting way to, before going to a full war, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like you can definitely do that. More like, and more likely than powerful is that they have something that they've been able to use for trade purposes that's valuable to someone else, or something like
Yeah.
that. Like it's not so much power, like raw inherent magical power or something like that gets you this. It's more like money or goods that tends
Because
to
it's
make
hard
that
to actually
connection.
build. It's hard for a non-arcane to actually build like a Spelljammer helm.
Almost no one can. I mean, standards helms. There are some
Yeah.
other special varieties, but all you got to do is buy one. The arcane would sell to these guys just fine. There's
That's
no
fair.
reason that they wouldn't.
They might have made trade with another spell jamming like group, or maybe bought it from an arcane that was traveling through.
Yeah. So, the rest of the night is fairly uneventful. However, those on watch will be able to report that the winds were brought down once again near dawn, about an hour before dawn, and they saw a group of final fly back to the tower through where the winds were. So obviously they brought it down to bring back in a patrol. You can also conclude that it was probably brought down before you got a good solid watch for a patrol to go out.
Right.
In addition, Lankas, in the morning when you're on watch, you notice far less activity than was reported to you during the night. So, like, those on watch couldn't really make out individuals too well at night, but you could see a lot of movement. But then once the sun came up, a lot less movement on the exterior of the tower.
They're more active during the day.
No, they're more active during the night.
I mean, more active during the night is what I meant to say.
They're undergrounded, so.
Yeah.
Despite
They're
the fact that they can
nocturnal.
fly.
Yes, they are nocturnal.
So we might be able to get an advantage by attacking them in the daytime. Well, underground they won't need to be asleep, but they might be less able to fight on the balconies and stuff in the daytime if they're dancing
Yeah.
by the light.
I would like to capture that ship and use it to infiltrate them from within, in a manner of speaking.
Well, it's gone to wild space now.
I know.
We could. Are we like having breakfast now? Is there someone else on watch?
Lankas might be still on watch. This is what you've been discussing in the morning.
Yeah. Well, Braxon would let everyone know. Like we could possibly send a message to our ship and see if they can intercept the Black Dragon ship or Damselfly. Dragonfly or Damselfly.
That would have been hours ago.
Yeah, that would have been something that you would have wanted to do then and there, and even then it would be pretty tough.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Though we do have a way of tracking possessions via our thing on our ship. I keep forgetting what it's called. If we can get something.
The problem is we don't have anything that belongs to anyone on that ship. But yeah.
Give it time.
Yeah, I mean, once you get into the tower and handle it, then you might be able to find something.
Braxon would say, while we're having a chat at breakfast and stuff, he would say to Lafdul, you can change into other forms. Do you think you could change into one of those final? They might, if you flew at them, they might lower the protective shield to let you in.
Maybe a group of us doing that, but not an individual.
Right.
Maybe with Solas' seeming spell, we all flew in, or at least the ones that can polymorph. Which is a fair few of us.
Yeah.
Actually, not that many. Me, myself, Solas, Lankas. Ben can't do a monstrous form.
I can fight on the wolf, if you remember.
Yeah, no. The idea is to use seeming. So we appear as final.
Can we make Ockar and Beowulf look like a final somehow?
I can
Probably
airwalk.
Illusion.
I can airwalk and try to pretend I'm flying.
Yeah.
This is something Lankas could probably pull off with an illusion.
Yeah.
That is his forte.
The problem is I don't have like personal illusions, so I'd have to do like.
Well, Solas can do the seeming. He can make people appear final.
Yeah. Well, we know they've got some way to turn this thing off. We don't know where the device is that turns the wind on and off. But if we can take the tower and find the thing that turns off the wind, that's when we could signal the dwarves to come in. But we'd have to hold the room that keeps the wind thing off. Unless we destroy it.
Braxon, give me an intelligence check, please.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to have Lem make one as well. See if you noticed anything when the winds were down.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, Braxon, you did notice a change in the red light intensity when the winds were brought down.
Okay. Did it get brighter or darker?
It dimmed a little bit.
It dimmed a little bit. Okay. All right. Yeah, so Braxton will tell everyone that.
It's probably the device itself that's causing the winds.
Yeah.
Or just the power source for it.
Does anybody have spells that can dispel light? Because it might be worth, like, if that light is what makes the wind, it might be worth slapping a spell on.
That's just like an emanation from magical item. The more powerful they are, the more.
Yeah, but muting the light might have an effect on that.
It might be worth slapping a darkness spell on it, because if the darkness causes the wind somehow indirectly, it might not work, but maybe throwing a darkness spell on it will disable it for like half an hour or something, however long the spell lasts.
I mean, we can put it in the wheelhouse of potential options.
Yeah.
I mean, until you know more, then this is a possibility. If you can find the
Yeah.
source of that light, trying to put a darkness spell on it might do something.
Yeah,
Fair.
or there might be something inside that generates light that we can disable.
Lafdul, you had a
I've-
question for Finn?
Yeah, he's the only one amongst us that can do really long duration flying. Actually, no, your mount can as well, Braxon, I think. But what was the twofold question? I know when you want to summon animals, you need to kind of know what's in the area. Wondering, how long do you think it would take for you to fly there? Not, it's just a theory at the moment. Because I'm just thinking you might be able to cut off one bar between stones, find out what local animals are there for animal summoning if you do happen to use that spell. But two, you can also scout. No one other than Braxon and his thing could probably pull off like the 12 hours or however long it's needed.
Who are you
I
directing
mean,
the
I could
question
go
to?
take a lap around the tower or something from a distance.
How could you estimate how long it would take for you to fly there? In other words, can I ask the GM?
I
So
fly about 3 times as fast as I walk, so
real
And no
fast,
terrain.
Finn, you haven't actually looked at the tower through the through either of the spy glasses, and there's some other people who haven't either. Does everyone want to like go up there and take turns? At least
Yeah.
taking a couple minutes to just look.
Yeah.
Finn would.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
That
guess.
does remind me. Did I see a person on my watch?
You saw figures, and there were a lot fewer figures during the once the sun was up versus what you were told was there at night.
You have to at night, it seems.
Okay.
So yes, you saw enough to try with a very low chance with the crystal ball.
Good enough. Okay, so I'll try that, but we can get to that in a bit.
Okay. All right. So Finn, give me a wisdom check, please. Okay. Finn, you're pretty sure that given the distances, it's rough terrain walking there, so that accounts for the 2 days to get there. But as the crow flies, you could get back. You could get to the tower and back in a day before the sun goes down. And a conclusion of that is that the final could get from the tower to this spot and back again in one night, flying.
Yeah.
So yes, if you want to do a
Okay.
scouting, the one problem is that the dwarves are expecting you guys to do something today. So like go someplace else, either go underground or go towards the tower. You do have the option of taking, spending another day here, but
I
they're
want to
kind of
cast
antsy with
Augury.
something. All right, well, hold on. Before you, before you actually do something, you can do it. But
Well, if you take the overland route, I can find you on the way back, especially if I know roughly where you're going.
Yeah.
Uh,
Go on.
and if you decide to go underground, it's a day back to the dwarven entrance, so it's just a little bit more flying to get to them.
so there is a way underground to get to them.
Yeah, there is, because that's how they get their supplies for the most part. There's a suggestion for Finn. Finn, you remember when we were what was it? Visiting, was it your homeworld? I think it was your homeworld. And there was a Druid had a way of like sending a message from a very long distance. You have any means of? Have you gained any new abilities that allow you to traverse vast distances?
That particular one, no.
Okay,
I mean,
what exactly are you hoping he can do?
oh, you can just do what's that?
I don't even mean a
Spell.
specific spell. I don't mean even a specific spell.
Oh,
Do you want him to
transport
be able to
via-
send you a message while he's in the air flying
no,
around them
he
or something?
can
Or what?
scout.
Yeah.
You can fly and scout, then you transport via plants to get back real quick.
Oh, okay.
It's basically instant. I'm wondering why this hasn't come up. You just need to know a tree.
Yeah, but we don't have many trees around here.
Wow.
I mean, Finn, what do you
Doesn't
think?
matter.
Well, considering I didn't plan on that spell for today, it's out.
Braxon's got a question for Finn. If you're finished,
Yeah.
Braxton's going to lend Finn his spyglass and say, "Have we seen many birds around here? I'm just thinking if you're going to go near their tower, you probably want to look like a local bird. Otherwise, they might
Actually,
get suspicious."
How close are we to the tower in terms of like miles, roughly?
It's hard to say exactly. The dwarves tell you it would take 2 days to walk there, given the rough terrain and everything. And you could fly there and back in 1 night. What are you thinking that you need the miles for? Because I didn't figure out. I figured out time, not distance.
Commune with nature.
What's the max range on that?
I'm looking it up now, but if I remember right, it's 1 mile for every 2 levels, so I'd have 5.5 miles.
Okay, it's not that close.
Okay.
There are local birds. There are you've seen raptors soaring in the thermals, smaller birds and stuff like that as well.
Okay.
So you do have options if you want to appear as if you would want to appear as a normal creature.
Yeah, 1/2 mile for each level, so I would have to be a lot closer.
Now, if you were willing to fly there, turn back into human, cast a fly closer, turn back into a human, cast a spell, and then get back in another animal form, it would take a lot longer on the ground as either a reptile or a mammal. But
mammal.
It's fair. You could fly closer and not be super close, like just to the edge of it, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it would take a little bit longer.
The commune can wait until we as a group are closer, I think.
Okay.
Because that does take some time, and having a little cover while I do it wouldn't hurt.
Well, the terrain is really rough, so you could definitely find a place that would be very difficult to see. And if you did it during the day, again, they're not very active during the day, or Lankas has noticed.
True.
Lend you a ring of invisibility or something if you're wanting something like that.
I'm sorry?
Well,
I was saying I can lend him my ring of invisibility if he wants to be invisible. I mean, we generally don't notice anyone who's invisible, so.
Mm-hmm.
Would that work if Finn wears that and then turns into a bird, stay invisible?
Yes.
Right.
He just wouldn't be able to re-invoke it while a bird if he attacked something. If he took a hostile action.
Yep.
But, I mean, like, if someone cast an invisibility spell on a person and then they polymorphed, or did any kind of thing, that's not a hostile act, so it wouldn't break the invisibility.
Yeah.
That's just the nature of invisibility.
Well, before Finn does this, well, it thinks whether he decides he wants to do this. Could we maybe ask you to look with a spyglass at the possible route we might take and see what you think is less likely to get us spotted from the tower?
I mean, I could take a look at the terrain and see if I can find anything. Like a ridgeline or something they could walk behind.
So yeah, I mean, like the dwarves would already be pointing out a number of places that they would be taking you. Like it's
Okay.
very rough. Like that's
Yeah.
why it would take so long to get there. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot where you're doing like you have to do like switchbacks, and so you're not actually making progress while you travel. You know, defiles that you have to get down into and then get up out of and stuff like that. So yeah, but
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Is there a way to actually get there from underground? I didn't know if there was.
Underground, you said?
Because they mentioned taking us underground as a potential option.
Yeah. They don't like they haven't been the route, but they know how to navigate caves.
Okay. The downside are the other thing is I'm thinking it might be because they might because there'll be more underground.
I'm losing like half the words you're saying. It's like really robot-y and breaking up. Sorry.
I don't know why. But the thought process is that I believe that most of them would be below ground resting during the day, so it might be better to try to assault from above ground.
Yeah, I mean, they don't know what's below ground. They don't know how big the complex is below ground. They don't know what kind of protections that they have, but they can get you there. But it is a possibility to go that way. And when the dwarves attack, half of their forces will be attacking through that part.
Yeah.
With the other half crossing overland.
We should probably scout it out just to make sure the dwarves are relatively safe.
Yeah. I would say, from my own point of view now, although I don't know whether everyone wants to vote on it, having seen that this light dims when the shield is taken down, we can't see that from below ground. So if we can try to attack from above ground, then we can tell whether the shield's been taken down. Yeah. And we need to get that shield down before the dwarves can attack from the surface. So I personally feel it would be easier if we could get on the tower. Either if we climb up the outside of the tower, we get in and go upstairs, or maybe there's not stairs, maybe they fly up and down, But if we can get in and we can get towards that light, if we can take control of that room, we can get the light turned off and we can get the shield turned off, and then the dwarven attack can start.
Yeah, also the thing about scouting out the underground, like you need to commit to one or the other. Like there's no scouting because you have to take a day trip back to get underground again. Once you're underground, then it will be again 2 days to get to the tower, just because it's not as rough terrain going through the tunnels. So even though you will cross more ground underground, it'll still take the same amount of time. But you're looking at 3 days versus 2 days for one thing. So, and you only have a limited amount of time. You only have like 2 extra days to play with here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also more inclined to attack from above ground because if we attack during the day, the Finnel'ar are weaker in the light. So we get an advantage. We don't get underground.
And you know the tactical advantage of they have to watch all directions above ground. They only have to watch one tunnel below ground.
Well, they might have multiple tunnels underground. There might be multiple entrances there.
You don't know.
But yeah, it's not 360. So
yeah, they could have all kinds of exits and entrances below ground that we have no idea about.
Yeah.
But they also might only have one, so you don't know. The dwarves are confident that they can get there, and the dwarves will be attacking partly from that direction. But the dwarves are also planning to attack during the day, because again, these creatures are nocturnal. Dwarves function better in the day, so
Yeah.
they feel it's to their advantage to attack during the day.
Yeah.
But it's going to be an army moving overland. It'll be visible coming, so. So like the dwarven preference, like if you take down the defenses 2 days before they get there, and the final can't put them back up in that time, then you're good. But ideally, they would want the final to be completely confident in their defenses until the dwarves are on their doorstep.
Yeah.
And then you destroy it. So if you have some ideas on destroying it or turning it off or something like that, that you're very confident will work, then the dwarves would definitely prefer you to wait until the time of the attack to execute that.
Yeah.
There's only one guarantee we have in the party, and that's an item that Solas has. The only thing that's a guarantee. That's a rod of cancellation.
There's other guarantees too. Like if you can determine what it is, and you're like, oh yeah, we just need to drop a smoke powder charge on it or something like that.
Wow, without doing
my
more
point is like,
investigation.
right, but like let's say the whatever it is that's doing this is a tapestry. It's cloth. Cloth is going to burn no matter what. Like, I mean, it may take more or hotter fire to burn if it's magical kind of thing, but cloth is still flammable. Period. That's kind of what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Cloth is also cuttable.
Yes, exactly.
I've got a question for Finn when he goes scouting. Do you think you might be able to find us a location near enough to the tower for us to use as a forward attack base or whatever? Like an animal cave, an abandoned animal cave or something like that, that's near enough that we can rest there and start an attack from there.
Well, even if it's not abandoned, I could possibly make friends.
Okay. Yeah, if you could do that, that'd be great.
Okay. So is there anything Lankas, you wanted to try using the crystal ball still? Is there anything anyone else wanted to do, like spell-wise, in that vein to try to figure out some stuff? Something that's not that's not dependent on a specific route of action or anything else to try to get more information.
I mean, it's the idea spell that I might.
All right. Well,
I've taken it.
Then we'll come back to that. Lankas, you do have rerolls if you want to use them. If you're ready to use the crystal ball, that will be a D100.
How badly do you guys want this to work?
Well, be careful not to do it for too long because we got spotted before.
Well, my thought is more using a reroll to see if it works at all.
Oh. If it doesn't work now, you can try it again later.
Yeah, I'm not too okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna use a reroll.
Okay. It is a low chance.
I know.
And you do have 5 rerolls.
So few though.
Do you want me to do an augury before we go in to get an idea of our chances?
Yeah, but that's not going to be very helpful right now, unless you were to augury. Like do an augury with the crystal ball usage.
Yeah, if you could do I'm not telling you to do it, but if you could do an augury on whether using the crystal ball would be spotted, that might be helpful.
What's the problem with the crystal ball?
There is a low chance of
People
being
can
spotted.
detect it.
You'll feel something's off unless you're a spellcaster, then you might realise you're being scryed on.
I guess that'd be a good idea. I guess I will cast augury to get an idea if it's a good idea to use the crystal ball, or if there's like risk of it in case they have like a way to detect scrying.
Okay. All right, give me a D100.
Okay. Take a
Good
bet.
idea, because if they do have anti-scrying spells, it would be a
Okay.
problem.
Okay, the augury reveals that there is no greater chance than normal of being detected.
Okay, so I'd pass that along saying it would seem there's no greater risk than normal. They probably don't have detect scrying magic that would cause problems for us.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not going to use a reroll because I honestly give this like a 50% chance if I succeed to just be like a sleeping guard.
Well, I mean, like, you've gone up to look during the day, and you haven't broken
That's
camp,
true.
so they're still, like, whoever you're going to be doing this on is still going to be out on the parapet, most likely.
That's a good point.
So, if Lankas looks through the spyglass at the tower, would he maybe be able to try to see inside the room with the light in it or something like that?
No, so you have to scry a person.
Ah, right, okay.
And now they may walk around, you know, while you're watching.
Yeah.
Specific location that uses clairvoyance.
Sorry, you broke up there.
That if you're taking a specific location that you know about, if it's not too far away, that's clairvoyance.
Right.
Okay.
Now, I mean, like, you could use the information you gain from the crystal ball to then use clairvoyance or clairaudience. Because you will see things in greater detail. And you can still clairvoyance to the tower that you can see. You know, the portions of the tower that you can see. You just can't see into rooms that you can't see and stuff like that. So, Lankas, you ready to use the crystal ball?
Yep.
All right. Give me a D100, please.
Okay.
Oh, no, it remains murky. You get absolutely nothing. Yeah, with a 99, no. You really want low.
Okay. Well, oh well.
How long before you use it again? Is it once a day?
How often can I use it?
Oh, you can attempt to try it as many times as you want. You do know that trying it too much has detrimental effects.
I'll try it 2 more times.
Yeah, but look, how often is it before you don't get the detrimental effects?
The problem is like you know that, like, if you know someone really well, like if Braxon were off on, you know, somewhere else and you tried to scry him, you would know that you'd be able to, because you know him well, you'd be able to scry him for longer per session, and you'd be able to scry him more times per day. The problem is that you don't know exactly what those numbers are, and attempting to go longer is very dangerous.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking, like, just 3 attempts is...
You strongly suspect that with the lowest, like the knowing the least about something, you're looking at like very few tries per day. But if you're willing to
Yeah.
try,
Oh, okay.
try again later.
Yeah,
I'll
don't
just
put
wait.
yourself at risk.
Okay.
Okay.
Solas seemed quite scared about using the crystal ball too many times. I don't know whether he thought it might eat his soul or something.
Okay,
But,
so
Solas is scared of being on the front line, and he's got more hit points than most of us.
yeah, but like he definitely knew something was dangerous about doing it. I don't know what it was though.
He actually mentioned to me that it can permanently lower your intelligence.
Oh, okay.
So
Would that have been the result to do that to you?
no, it's more for trying too many times, I think. Rather than, and then there's like you get chances or something.
basically, if you try to scry more than you are capable of, given what you're trying to scry, it has a chance of breaking your brain. We'll go with that. Just breaking your mind.
I had that
A
happen
lovely
with.
double-edged sword for a wizard. One
Yep.
stat you don't want drained.
No,
Yep.
I mean it's a very good item, but it has a very big drawback.
Yep.
You see, generally
Yep.
using it once a day is safe. It's using it more than once, you don't know the odds without using some kind of divination to estimate the odds or consulting a powerful being.
But does that mean everybody can try it once a day?
No,
or
only wizards.
No.
only wizards? Right.
Dual class to a wizard, Braxon.
I could try dual classing as a wizard.
Now, there are spells that function as crystal balls, including for wizards. I mean, for priests.
Yeah, Crystal Mancy, Corallian Larathian spell.
There's
Really nice spell.
there's other spells too.
Yeah.
Don't you have to? If you want to do a class to wizard, you're gonna need to get like an intelligence of 17.
Don't worry about it. It's not something that's going to happen in this adventure.
It was a joke. All right, so what are you guys thinking that you want to do? Because you've got about 2 days that you can play around with things, but eventually you will need to commit to things.
Okay, so I got a question before we even push off.
Mhm.
How do we signal to the dwarves above and below the ground that we're starting the attack?
Solas, basically, with a sending.
You'll see the dwarves coming if you're above ground. You will see their army on the march, or at least
I
signs
thought
of
they
it.
were going through the tower underground.
Half of the army is going underground, half the army is going above ground. That's why they want the defenses brought down.
Right.
So you will know when they're coming. That's why you have the 2 days to play with.
So they're arriving when they're arriving, right?
Right.
Okay. Well then, in that case, I think our aim today, and we can't split Finn in half, but we kind of need to.
I mean, you
Well,
can.
you
I wouldn't
can,
recommend
but-
it. Go
Give him
ahead.
my ring regeneration. One half will
Yeah,
survive.
he's not Lafdul.
Sadly,
Oh.
Finn cannot cast Simulacrum, to my knowledge.
So go
No.
ahead, Braxon. Go ahead.
But it would be useful if half of Finn could scout out a place for us to camp, where we can get to the tower, where we can wake up and not be easily discovered, and get to the tower and attack. And it would be nice if the other half of Finn could get us the best route from where we are to where we need to go on the ground, so that we don't get spotted.
Well, Braxton, for your second question, you've got that rod that Solas has that allows you to divine which is the safest, fastest, or most secure route.
It's not a rod.
Oh, finding
Yeah.
It's like 4
All
inches
right.
long, if that.
But that would answer your second question.
Yeah.
You
All
do
right.
realize from the air I can do all of that, right?
What, by winking at us and flapping your wings?
Oh, I could cast telepathy if he doesn't want to change back into a human form.
Finn, what are you thinking on this matter?
Well, I figure I'm going out and back anyway.
Yeah.
I can scout the route as I go.
Okay.
Maybe we can agree some. I don't know. Can like Finn do
I
Morse code as a
suspect
bird
it's-
or
So,
something?
hold on, Braxon, go ahead.
Can Finn like give us some signals as a bird? He's still able to think, isn't he, when he's a bird?
The problem is that like if Finn is scouting out, he's going to be away. He's going to be too
Yeah.
far away to signal to you with anything normal.
All right.
Yeah, no,
Well, who's
I can cast Sacred Guardian on him because I do have it memorized. That would at least tell me if he's attacked, but we're still a long way out. And it's only going to be people that can fly that can even remotely do something.
Okay then.
So here's a couple options. If you set out this morning towards the tower, the dwarves can pick out safe routes, and since you're further from the tower, it's less important. And Finn can fly out and then come back to you and give you information on further routes, further information.
Yeah.
Or
That
you
sounds-
can wait
Especially if I
here.
can find a,
Yeah, go ahead.
especially if I can find a cave or something we can use as a base.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be the most useful thing if there's somewhere reasonably close.
So the option is either you set out and he meets you on the way, in which case you're risking that early part, but the dwarves are pretty confident. Or you wait here until he comes back to get full information.
Yeah. Lankas, do you have any spells that could make us look like, I don't know, what sort of animals are around here?
Mountain goats?
Like some...
I can't do individual illusions. I need to learn some of those spells.
Oh,
I'm mostly
so you
focusing
can't
on
make us
general.
look like a group of boars or something walking over the land.
You need, like, mouse
No.
Or steeders.
Right.
No,
Okay.
because I mean, I could make illusions of boars on top of us as we crawl along the ground, but again, I can't cover up. I can cover people, but I can't, in theory, like change the way something looks.
Can you make like illusionary fog? Would that be?
I mean, the issue with that
More
would be that
suspicious.
I think that'd be more suspicious because I could only do a certain area, so it'd just be a area of fog.
Yeah, and if you're doing it while you
Localized fog.
move, then the fog would move perhaps in a non-natural way.
Yeah. Okay.
I say if you want to go that route, Finn can make real fog.
Oh,
I haven't used that in a while.
okay.
Not obscurement or
Yep.
What, for the whole valley?
Let's
he's
see.
not that strong.
Oh, maybe you can. I don't know.
Well, I do get 110 square feet.
110 square feet really doesn't cover that much when you think about it.
Okay. All right.
Unless it's 110 by 110. But even then,
Unless he's literally
it's not that much.
Okay. Well, if Finn's not with us, he can't do that. But
It would be 110 by 110, actually.
Okay.
Based on reading the spell.
I mean, it's a lot, but it's still not like that's a lot for a individual melee against another force of similar size to you. It's not a lot for a whole valley that is going to take 2 days to walk across. Now you do have the option of leaving, like if you want to move with a smaller group, you can leave the dwarves or have them follow after you or something like that, or split up or something like that. You don't have to take them. This was more of a, this is they get you to this point and they go with you, but you're in command.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, if we want to do something, I could just do invisibility 10-foot radius and we can all huddle together.
Okay. Would that cover the dwarves as well? Or just us?
you'd need well.
I feel like that'd be too much.
Yeah.
I mean,
You need
even huddle
multiple
and
castings of that. I know Solas has got that spell.
Oh joy!
I think that's
This doesn't affect the stream, but my laptop just crashed. Yay!
Oh,
How will you watch your Twitch chat on?
That's how I need to wait until it comes back up before I can go to break. But we're 15 minutes away from that anyway, so it's not a big deal.
Yet.
Yeah, it's already rebooting. I was thinking about like rebooting it tonight as well because I was noticing some slowdowns. I was like, Oh, anyway.
well, I guess it took matters to its own hands.
Yes, it did.
I think the invisibility could be good, and if we have the invisibility wear off for some reason, and we need to cross a bit of open ground, a bit of fog might help with that.
Fog would just make us too visible.
No, fog, and we crawl through it, and the fog doesn't move. That might help cover us.
You can see fog from above on a tower.
The fog can conceal. If you are careful with your use, it might be useful. Let's put it as that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if you can.
Finn would point out that you normally encounter fog in the early morning only.
Okay. Fair enough. But yeah. It's better for them to see a bit of fog than to see 4 people.
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah.
So...
Anywho, invisibility is better than all of that. So yeah, if we can get 2 people to do invisibility and huddle together, that would be the best thing. And I suppose we still need to have Lafdul at the back using his.
I'm using Clutter Path to cover their tracks at the moment, so.
Yeah.
And I might be lending my ring invisibility to Finn. I've got my granted power, so.
I personally feel that we'd be better off keeping the dwarves. But let's.
I think less is more. We know how we operate as a group. Sure, they're good at helping us, but they also compromise us just by the volume of how many people will be.
Yeah.
I did want to ask, did someone do like a spell to break down the camp, or are the dwarves going to stay camped for a little while?
That's going to be up to you. You guys are discussing this like in the morning before you decide what you want to do.
I am taking break camp, but I don't know if I'm casting it here.
Because if they want to stick around and have a camp for a bit, I could cast vacancy so it looks like there was never a camp, but the camp could stay.
Okay.
How long does that last?
Hour per level, so 8 hours. So not a full day, but a good chunk of it.
That would be more useful at night, because that's when the final would do patrols.
Okay, I'll actually save it for night then. I didn't prepare it last night because I didn't have it, but I prepared it for today.
That's fine.
I think we should split from the dwarves. Let's put a vote to it. As we can discuss what we're going to do after we've gone with a vote.
Well, I mean, it might depend on how you want to approach the tower and what you want to do.
I feel like most of the ideas we've had for approaching the tower involve scaling the side in some way.
Okay.
Well, that's been Braxton's backup plan rather than the primary plan. At least that's the impression I got.
Well, the idea I had is to use levitate, then we got rogues who can climb the walls. Those have all been mentioned.
Yeah. Got boots, levitation. Most of us can.
Yeah, I mean, the exact method of getting up the tower is kind of immaterial at the moment. Like, you're definitely more interested right now in what you want to actually do, what you want to, like... So, I mean, it sounds like most people want to go overland.
Yeah.
And looks like we lost Braxon.
He really needs to sort out the heating on his laptop. Sounds like it's overheating all the time.
Yeah, but I think a lot of it, it's Roll20 on his machine that's doing it, that's causing it.
I mean, he has like 20, not 20, that's being generous. 200 tabs open on Firefox.
Yeah, but he's said that it doesn't happen when he's not in the game.
Yeah.
So it's roll 20.
Uh-huh.
I would like to go as a group because I don't think we have enough spells to cover the dwarfs. I think they are hindrance. And plus, we have to heal them. Which means more spells put on defensive. I mean, there are pros and cons to it, but we operate as an adventuring group. That is our strength.
Yeah, I'm personally I'm personally in the middle because I do have spells that could work as war type spells if they would count for like the dwarves as being part of a huge group. But but that would require me to change up a bunch of spells, so I'm fine going with or without them.
Yeah, but
I mean,
those spells that you're thinking of, they only give like +1 to a stat or something. Solas does that with prayer or recitation. If I remember correctly. I mean, you correct me.
Well, I've also got like morale boosting spells and such.
I mean, when have we ever failed a well, no, it's just these spells have never been used in our group. I mean, they'd be more useful on our ship. Lower level crew.
So I see your point. I'll raise the point that it doesn't hurt to have backup somewhere, and if I can find a large enough cave, we can always bring them along to that point and then leave them there while we go deal with the tower.
Evict a local mountain lion.
Or
Why
make friends
evict?
with. Or make friends
Just
with.
make friends with it.
All right, well, if you can do that.
Make friends with a bear. Stay in the bear cave.
Or do we have to bear with the bear, or does the bear bear with us?
I think you're unbearable.
Okay, so real fast. Is there anyone who still feels that you guys should go underground?
I'd rather stay above.
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 Above for me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So definitely above ground. Now, do you think there's more information you can gain by staying here, or do you think that getting in closer would give you more opportunities for information?
Closer.
Meaning that
Closer.
you'd want to leave today.
Closer.
Closer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
closer.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to be closer as well.
Especially if Finn can get close enough to use the commune with nature, I can get an idea of the general terrain.
Oh,
all
I mean,
the way
like,
to the tower.
especially if you're willing to change forms and come back in another form, you can easily get closer for that. And you would estimate that wherever you camp after a day's travel, you would be close enough to cast that.
Okay.
So, like, even if you don't cast it while out scouting, wherever the camp is tonight will be close enough.
Yep.
Okay.
It's just it takes an entire turn to cast it. That's all.
Yeah. But, like, again, like, the terrain is so rough that you could land as a bird in a place that would not be visible, cast a spell, and then change into a mountain goat and walk back to the party kind of thing, and it would not be very obvious that something happened. Like, looking out the terrain, you're pretty confident that something like that would go unnoticed.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Is there anyone that thinks we shouldn't keep the dwarves with us?
I don't think we should keep the dwarves with us.
I think the dwarves should hang back, but be available in case we decide we need them in case it's like way too much for us alone.
Well, generally, this place probably would be too much for us as an entire. So if the dwarves are bringing an army, just by that alone,
Well, okay, so here's the thing. You could either have the dwarves, like, bring the dwarves to either tonight's camp or the following night's camp, or leave them here. Like, those are the three options with the dwarves. And regardless, unless you somehow get them up to the top of the tower, if that's where you think you need to go, when you go in, and they can climb rope just fine, then they'd be joining up with the dwarven army to fight at that point. But having a bunch of dwarves up there could also be pretty useful.
Yeah. Braxon would prefer to keep the dwarves with us.
At least through the second night camp?
Yeah, at least through the second night camp, because we can then give our plans to those dwarves and they can pass them to the army.
Yeah, so that we can give plans to the army itself, and then we can advance. Then we can attempt to assault the top of the tower ourselves while the army tries to keep them busy.
Okay, so we've got 2 votes for going to, at least to the second night camp. Anyone else feel differently, or any disagreements with that?
I'm willing to bend into that.
Okay.
As it were, so.
Finn, Lankas, Darrakar?
I actually think that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, go for it.
Finn, you agreed?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So Lafdul, you're going to continue to use Clutter Path?
Yeah, on the very back.
So do you guys want to break camp now, or do you want to, is there anything else that you want to do at camp?
I do have break campsite memorized.
Okay.
Does that will leave nearly perfect no trace?
Yeah.
One thing I would maybe like to do when we're here is look around us the other ways with a spyglass from a few places to see if there's anybody else in the area that might be trying to follow us.
All right, give me an intelligence check.
I don't know if I'd be the best person for doing that.
You're the one who thought of it.
If you think of it, you're the one rolling.
Unless you specifically say, I was thinking that so-and-so would be a good choice. Like, obviously, you can't cast a fireball spell, so there's nothing wrong with saying, okay.
Oh, I failed.
Now, just because you failed doesn't necessarily mean that there's something out there.
Yeah.
But you don't notice anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Is there anything anyone else wants to do before breaking camp?
I have Priesthood and Light memorized for if we need it, but I will cast Blessed Watchfulness on Finn.
Like the dwarves are bringing the ponies, the donkeys.
I know. I just have it memorized in case we separate. So.
Okay. Okay. Then I think that's a good. Go ahead.
Blessed Watchfulness and Sacred Guardian on Finn.
Okay.
The one, if he gets attacked, 2, he's just got better observations.
We'll handle actually setting out, including if Finn is going to scout when we come back from the break, because it is about time for us to take a break.
Okay. I have a question, but I could ask a question after the break.
Is it a question about breaking camp, or is it a question for the trip?
It's a question about the tree seed. Can we use the tree seed as a battering ram to break the door open?
In theory.
Okay.
It may not. It would probably not be a great battering ram without a shaped wood.
Okay. All right, we can have the break, but it might be good for sorting the base.
I also don't think it moves very fast.
Oh, it moves at 12.
It does need to move fast. It just needs to cause a distraction.
Well, I mean, no. If it needs to move with force, if it's going to be a battering ram.
Oh, sorry. I was under the assumption people were picking it up and using it as a battering ram. I didn't realize you were telling me to make it go.
Okay, let's come back to that idea.
Yeah.
This is a Lafdul idea that Braxon's thought of.
All right, so it is about time for us to take a short break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Good time to stretch your legs, get something to eat or drink, and we will be back in about 10 minutes, everyone. See you shortly.
See you on the
We'll
other
see you
side.
then.
In a bit.